Good morning. It's your favorite neighborhood Tironan, and we're going to start the morning with the F7F uh, Dash 4 fully upgraded Corsair. What were the differences here? Well, it's very simple. They refined the aerodynamics slightly. They put in a new engine. They removed the wing tanks for choosing performance over range on this aircraft. And what did they get for it? Well, it was a 440 mile an hour fighter. 445, I believe. That's not reflected in the game. Don't believe it's nearly that fast. It was as fast as the P-47 and the P-51. In fact, it was a little faster in actuality. What you got out of it was the rate of climb jumped from 2,900 feet per minute to 4,500 feet per minute. And it was quick. Why'd they do that? The real answer was a kamikaze. Now, this aircraft came in the last 4 months of the war. It was actually deployed and fighting. And it allowed the U.S. Navy to better deal with kamikazes, which were the primary threat for the last 18 months of the war. I read a book by Norman S. Friedman on U.S. anti-aircraft, which was the finest in World War II by a long shot. It's an interesting read, though. If you're not into very technical books, you might want to take a pass on that one. But essentially, the U.S. Navy was subjected to over 9,000 attacks, aerial attacks, and according to the author, there was no other fleet in the history of the world that could have put up with that and survived. Not only did it survive, it did pretty damn well. It kept its losses surprisingly low throughout the campaigns. The Okinawa campaign in particular was a horror because the fleet had to park around the island for month after month, and the enemy knew exactly where to go get them. The Corsairs became more and more of the into the mix for the aircraft carriers because it had the speed to go out there and catch aircraft earlier and fight all the way into the anti-aircraft screens. And so for that reason, that gives you the historical context of the aircraft itself. It was one vicious fighter. It was not popular, as popular as the F-7F, for a reason that it was a difficult aircraft to land. As opposed to the X-6F Hellcat, which was a fairly easy aircraft to land. And showing off a little bit of its ground attack capabilities. These you've now taken out all the ground aircraft, the ground targets we needed to capture this base. So they're crying for our need over here, and we're going to head right on over there. And I guess everybody in the world is down at the airbase, which is... Alright, so this is a Tier 7 aircraft. And how does it fit in? Well, it is a sniper. You only have a maneuverability rating of about 730. So it's not something you're going to want to dogfight in. But what it does have is the guns from hell. Good long reach on them. And over 500 gun rating on them. 2,500 feet of range, which makes this very tough to get away from. By the time you start turning, if you don't see the attack coming in, it's probably too late. Can't make up my mind which aircraft to attack here. Alright. You notice we made something of a difference here. And he has shot down a teammate. Big no-no. And where this aircraft is going to come in lacking is against turn and burn fighters. They are the bane to its existence. If you let them get on your tail and you don't deal with them at a decent range, the guns will allow you to, you'll quickly be made a believer in what the limitations of the aircraft are. We are trying to get in close enough, make a difference here. We'll have to get around our allied pilot there.
The command centers are under our control. Communication with the headquarters is down.
So one thing I'll say, if you think you're under attack by one of these, don't wait around to radically maneuver and get out of the gun sights. It will hurt you very quickly. I'm trying to maneuver around here, and you notice I am not keeping up real well. Luckily I have a friendly aircraft that took care of that job for me, or I'd have been a world of hurt. Let them get far too close. Focke-Wulf 190D. It's an aircraft I'd just as soon never get in a head-on pass with. Got a lot of 20s of his own. And I'm not shooting well. This is the aircraft that rewards marksmanship. And I've taken some damage there. And a Meteor. It's a premium aircraft. You will see them at this tier quite often. A lot of guns on them. And a formidable boom and zoom. See, we have managed to lose every single cap except one in the, yeah, we even lost the one I was fighting over originally. Lovely. Not that I don't get upset about it. Well, you know what I'm thinking. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, we've gotten the other base back again.
That's it. There's no way to break through for you now. You're on your own.
And we're coming through. Alright, so what's going on? Well, I'm not real sure. Don't understand how we lost the every single point while I was fighting that hard, but we did. So We gotta see if we can get that back.
We've taken control of the airfield.
Get all that lovely gunpowder. Take that out of the way. Got the base back. We are way behind on points. We need to hold these for a while. See, that P-51 was after a teammate. He decided to ignore me, continue to fight, go after my teammate, and that cost him. Don't want to take choice away from anybody, but personally, you get under fire by 420 millimeters, you're going to have to make a decision real quick as to whether you want to live or die. Getting out of those guns, or gun ranges, is going to make a heck of a lot of difference.
Be advised, the enemy is concentrating forces near the airfield.
Now, a simple turn of the mouse wheel will get you the sharpshooter view, expanded view. Makes life a little simpler aiming sometimes. And a lot of the ground attack aircraft are extremely vicious. You just do not want to get let your base experience the full onslaught of one of those. I do fly an IL-8 that's not fully upgraded, and I'm going to tell you that thing can tear things up very quickly. So you want to take those out as quickly as possible. Let's see how we have done here. We have still not caught up with our earlier problems, and it's probably going to cost us the game, which is a real shame because this has been going very well for me personally. Only lost one aircraft. Yeah. Okay, well, I did well personally. That still came in on the losing side, so, and we lost by a whopping 6 points. Oh, that's disappointing. Maybe I should have stayed more aware of what was going on there when I was blasting all those aircraft out of the sky, and so some of that blame comes on me too, doesn't it? Well, yeah, that's life in the big city. But this is a very worthy aircraft. We shot down 9 aircraft, assisted with 5 more. I think we did a pretty darn good job on it, actually. Came in pretty good on the silver, got some experience out of it. Team score did pretty well. And almost pulled that one out. Doesn't always go your way, folks, and this one didn't either. This is a replacement for the earlier video, by the way, because looking at it, the video was so degraded as just simply something that I don't tolerate on my channel. I had not, and I want to apologize to you that did see it. That's not the kind of quality I want to put up with. I should have reviewed it closer. I don't know that what happened with that particular shot, but or capture, but it came out just terrible. So I am putting it back up today as a replacement. I want you to have my full apology. This will not happen again. Okay, so there's your F7F multi-role, and in my opinion, the multi-role fighters that I've played so far, this is the best of the lot. It's not the turn and burn that you'd want. You know, add another 100 points to it, you could probably stay in there with just about anything, but that's just not how it is. To be more historical, you really should have about 720, 730 airspeed. But again, I'm not running the game, and that has to be a decision by Wargaming, right? So they have their own battles to run with internal balances and what have you. So this is what they've decided it's supposed to look like, and it's not a bad package. You get 8 rockets. You can affect the ground attack. issue a little bit. You've got great guns. They're very accurate, far more accurate than I am as a pilot, but you can really get some good work out of them. I hope you have a great day. Please remember to like the video if you do like the video, and to subscribe. Always need more. Thank you much. Bye-bye now, and have a great day.